Super awkward FUN-CAST. You're listening to the Super Awkward FUN-CAST. Yeah. So welcome to the next episode, the latest episode of the Super Awkward FUN-CAST. And thank you so much for everybody joining me on the last adventure. It was a long one, so this time we're going to keep it pretty short. I have my returning guest, Edwin A Santos, with me, and this is Elle.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Greetings.
Greetings to everyone. Greetings and salutations.
It's time to say greetings since we're getting close to the holiday season.
Sure, my favorite. So, beginning, it's Veterans Day today. It's on November 11th that we're recording. And the politicians have come out and the establishment people have come out and said, thank you for your service to all the service men and women. And it's all very real and not pandering at all. It's all from the heart.
Like thoughts and prayers.
Yes. See, they send you off to war to die or end up wanting to kill yourself. And then when you come home, they leave you out on the streets.
Yeah, so much for that GI Bill.
You know, that's what they do. That's the truth. And it's a sad truth in many major cities as well, because you see a lot of homeless people. I don't know what this percentage is. I want to say 60, but that's probably not right. But a great number of the homeless are veterans. So shout out to those people who have been treated like trash and discarded. And we remember you, and we support you, and we respect you.
Never forget.
Never forget. And never take anything for granted, because you could lose it all at once, as we have seen from the Woolsey fire and the other fire and all that other shit going on in California right now.
We're like recording live here in Hollywood, and I'm from Northridge. So since the Malibu fires, I've been kind of monitoring it from where I was sitting as the wind starts blowing eastward and is heading towards, like it hit West Hills, which was like, oh my god, that's close. This afternoon when I got here, it's now hitting Topanga Canyon and Calabasas, which is, it's getting closer. So I'm kind of concerned.
It's scary
right now. All I know is right now is that I'm just going to be standing by my home with a water hose, shooting every spot I can find, but we'll see.
Yeah, it makes my job difficult because I'm in fundraising throughout the day, and I call many rich people, and this cuts a lot of rich people out of my base to give a call to, and it affects them personally, obviously, but it also affects me. It affects everyone. So, and then you think about all of the structures that are destroyed and the towns that are destroyed.
Paramount Ranch, went up in flames.
Historical areas, it doesn't matter. Nature doesn't give a shit about your feelings.
Historical areas, such as, for example, the Pastor's Mansion. Historical as that is, went down in flames.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that affects people in the industry as well, so actors, crew members and stuff. And so, if everything just blew up, this is why you shouldn't pin all your hopes onto one thing. I think this is a good wake-up call to a lot of people to think, okay, we're here temporarily on this planet, and we need to take care of this planet and take care of each other, because that's what fucking matters.
Yeah.
Not the petty beefs with rappers and shit. Not the stupid celebrity drama.
Yeah.
None of that matters.
Just because
when your fucking house is on fire, you get the fuck out of the house.
Right. And for those people who own two houses, if your house burned down in Malibu and you think you're safe and you're still living in Calabasas,
you're never safe. Not as long as you're alive, really. And then any of these people, maybe not the celebrities, obviously, but the richer people who have put investments into different properties, who may have just lost their properties, now they could be homeless in a second. A second. It just really puts things in perspective. What's important? Humanity is important. Loving each other and being present is important. And I think that's a good message to send out, rather than division of different classes and stuff. Because some people will probably be like, oh, they're rich, who cares, you know. I'm like, they're celebrities, who cares, because, you know, that's how I look at things. Like, I don't think celebrities are more important than other people just because they're famous. So when Twitter puts that out there as a moment, oh, this is what happened to the celebrities' houses because you were wondering about that, right? No, we want to see what's happening to the towns, specifically what's happening in regard to what's destroyed and what's not. So that's when it's like, the celebrity culture is just not going to last. It's just, it's feeding into that kind of mentality that a lot of people have nowadays regarding Hollywood and the status of Hollywood and how it's not the same as it once was. We don't buy your bullshit anymore. We are living normal lives, and we care about each other, and we care about what we're doing and to make a living. Right. And, you know, you can make a living, you know, with your millions of dollars that you make in your motion pictures and stuff. That's how they see it. It's like, then you talk down to us when it's to do with politics, and you tell us who to vote for. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Although there's some celebrities out there in these past 3 days during the the California fires, especially here in LA. I saw a tweet from Lily Singh. She put out a tweet.
I don't consider her a celebrity.
Well,
she's very cool.
She has a blue check mark. I'm not sure. Anyway, but
she's a YouTuber.
Anyway, that's another subject. But she opened I think she opened up her home to
great.
People who have lost everything during the fires this weekend, and I think that's awesome. And I don't think I found anybody else has done that. She seems to be the only. Not like I went through the entire Twitter page to find someone else who did that, but hers popped up first.
Here comes a plane. Anyway,
they're carrying water, okay? They're carrying water to help get id of the fires.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just like, here comes a plane. And so, there were like sirens all day yesterday. Like throughout my work the last couple of days at the office, it's been crazy. And then it was like, there was smoke outside. Like, not smoke, but you could smell what was going on. It's like, we live in a hellscape, basically.
I see, from the horizon, because the San Fernando Valley where I live is high hills and high valleys. So where I'm sitting, if I go outside and I could see just across the west, I could see the giant balls of smoke over the horizon. I'm just like, oh my God, what's happening? And then now, I think the last 2 days, since yesterday, now it's coming over my house. It's like above the sky. It's like the blue sky is gone. Yesterday afternoon, when we spoke, it was blue sky, but then about a couple hours later, as the sun was going down, it was just completely clouded. And I'm like, oh no.
I tried my best to cast a rain spell. I don't know what's going on. It eventually will happen, hopefully. And I got my mother to do it as well. So, if all the witches got together and just did a freaking rain spell, we'd be in better shape right now.
Did you guys take a vacation during Halloween?
Yeah, we boycott it. Because it's been used to make us look bad for so long. Just like Hollywood has been making us look bad for a while again. Like it's now in again to go after witches and make them look like Satanists. That's not what witches are. And my ancestors were Druids, so that's like old school. And I was really disappointed in that movie Suspiria. I guess I should talk about Suspiria since I saw it. It was horrible.
Why make a remake? There was nothing
Why
wrong
make it
with
Argento's 2.5
classic.
hours long?
Oh my goodness.
Why make it Why did I have to waste 2.5 hours of my short life on this planet watching a horrible film that was too in love with itself to see how ridiculous it was?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see the film.
And it
that
extrapolated on so many things. I'm not going to go into detail, but it extrapolated on so many things that's like, why? Why was anyone clamoring for a sequel 1 to Suspiria? No. And was anyone clamoring to learn more about the psychologist character? No, they weren't. They fucking weren't. Psychotherapist, whatever the fuck he is. But, nobody was doing that. Everybody wanted to, to let it be gone, let it be in the past, because it was what it was. And, I have my own issues with Dario Argento regarding his daughter and how he responded to those allegations, which weren't even allegations. It was like totally the truth. So when I originally watched the film, which I had to watch on DVD from the library on loan, because nowhere else was I going to see it at the time. I don't think you can see it anywhere on YouTube either. I looked for it, but only like the ending. And so I watched it from the beginning to the end, and it had the most amazing cinematography that I had seen. That I had seen at that point. And it was only a few years ago that I watched it, and I was just so enraptured in the story, because I didn't think it was going to have a good story, because I just heard, it's got like models and shit. They're not models. Like, people totally misinterpreted what the fuck it was and said that it was something that wasn't. So that was good, though, because it defied my expectations. And then there was such a great story at the heart of it, and the character in the middle of the thing, Susie, was a good character and somebody that you could relate to and be like, okay, we're on her side right now. So what they did in the sequel, not to give anything away, but to say that the cinematography fucking sucked. It fucking sucked. Okay, so when I was at the Q&A for the SAG screening of it, the director, Luca, the guy who directed Call Me By Your Name, and Love It, and what is it? Something Else Love. What is it? Something Love. Shit, it was the one with I Am Love, which put him on the map. He said he was such a feminist. He's such a feminist that he hired mostly women. 70% women were involved in the making of this film. Well, that's all well and good if they can do their fucking jobs, which is why I don't prescribe to identity politics at all, because it should be based on who can do the job. And that explains why the camera work was so shitty, and that explains why the cinematography wasn't the best, and that explains why the art direction wasn't at all there. And I'm sorry, but, ain't gonna win no Oscars, I'll tell you that much. Ain't gonna get any Oscar nominations. If it does, they bought it. Sorry, you heard it here. I gave it a C+ on my Twitter feed.
Oh my god.
On my Twitter timeline. And so it was dreary. It was not pretty at all, and the character in the middle of it, Susie, was not someone you could relate to. It was basically like is Dakota Johnson playing Anastasia without the sex drive. Pretty much. That's how I would describe it. Because there were times when I was like, oh, is she going to masturbate or something? Because you don't know, because there's some kind of moaning going on. You're like, I don't know if this is sexual. I don't know what they're doing.
Was it more of a, like the trailers, from the trailer of what I saw, it looked like more of an artistic presentation.
Oh, it tried to be.
Horror film. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was going for.
Trying to get that other
That was
audience.
the thesis, maybe. But when she's like moaning or whatever, and I'm like, oh, she's going to do something. No. Okay. So there's nothing sexual about that? Okay.
Wow, if you're going to commit to something, do it.
But it's like, why? Nobody moans like that unless it's a sexual or sensual reason. And you're not giving any erotic stuff to this. Like, there's no erotic flavor in there. And it's It's trying to be erotic, but it's not erotic. So it's like anticlimactic.
Was it an R? R-rated?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then
for
why
gore.
didn't you go? Oh.
Dude, for gore. And for nudity, which was not sexual. Again, like, do they know how this shit works? I'm sorry, but Satanists are sexual. I'm gonna go there. Like,
so you went for the gore, but you didn't go for the...
And they even had, like... They had the Freemason symbol, the seal thing, on a book in the very beginning of the movie. And I saw it for a split second. I'm like, ha! This is for them. This ain't for us. I knew right then. I was like, this is totally not for us. This is just for them to have shits and giggles. I don't know. Because, like, the ritual scene itself, I'm not giving anything away. I'm just going to say that it was one of the most disgusting scenes I've ever seen, and not for a good reason. And not for any reason other than to just be shocking and disgusting. And then there were a lot of edits that felt very Ring-like. The Ring.
Oh, no.
Like, just showing shit to show shit creepy with no basis for any of it.
No
like,
follow-up, nothing?
Like, what the hell? Why is she humping a wall? I don't know. And she's not even doing it right, but whatever. You know, because she can't. She doesn't have a sex drive.
There's a right way of humping a wall?
She's not a sexual creature.
Okay.
She's an animal of some sort. I don't know. I don't know what they're going for. But it was awful. And, okay, I will say that Tilda Swinton carried a lot of her scenes very well, as she does. I mean, I expect that from her.
Did she play an Asian guy? Or?
No, she did not this time.
Right,
no, but she did play a guy, so it's like...
what the fuck?
Come on. It was the most distracting shit, because I was like, the whole time I was looking at this guy, I was like, the actor, I was like, what is this? I'm like, I know they're wearing makeup because the makeup sucked. Mm-hmm. Like, the prosthetics were bad, and you could tell everything was fake, and everything looked fake. And then it's like, at one point, no, I'm not gonna say that, but because that gives away too much. But they did have a couple of dudes in there that they tortured in the movie. So I don't know what they're going for here. Like, witches are evil, but they're better than men, and they want men dead, and this whole thing. And it's like, okay, bad dudes are bad, women are great. Women should be witches and should rule everything. I don't know what the point was.
And this is the director's, male director.
Oh, by the way, male director. And I wanted to stand up in that screening at the Q&A and be like, okay, so 70% women, right? Why didn't you hire a female director then?
That's what I'm saying.
Motherfucker.
It seems so confusing the way you explained it to me. Like,
the way they do that. The way they always, like, own it. Like, oh, I'm such a feminist. I'm so woke. I know everything.
So hire a
But you know what?
director.
I needed the paycheck, so I hired myself. Could have gotten a woman. Didn't. Sorry.
So this was his own fantasy?
I don't know. It's a very non-sexual fantasy. He has a boring fantasy life. Non-sexual with the demons. With demons in it. Like,
all for art.
Boring. Okay, but anyway, I mean, I get the point. The other thing that really annoyed me about the movie, not theme-wise, but like the way it was supposed to be a suspense.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
Sure.
That's what it's supposed to be. You don't know what the movie's supposed to be, so you make it into something completely didactic and ridiculous and derivative. And it has, like, some World War II references, which they love to do, those Freemasons and shit. They love to, like, throw in the World War II because they funded both sides. But anyway, I'm going to say that that while you're looking at the movie in the very beginning, you already know what the fuck's going to happen. And it pisses me off that there's no mystery. It pisses me off that we see it from the point of view that we see it from in the very beginning. Also, Chloe Grace Moretz, darling, stop doing a German accent. You can't. Girl, no. Don't ever take a role like that again. You shouldn't have taken this one. Somebody else could have done this.
Maybe she
Come on,
fire
somebody
her.
German. Give a German a chance. Nobody German was in a lead role playing I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I don't know they're all American, but like
in her defense,
the major ones are English and American.
In her defense, I'm pretty sure she didn't get the correct dialect coach.
Ugh, They could have worked a little harder on it. I mean, it was pathetic. Her performance was fucking weird. I don't know what I was supposed to think about it. It was one of the worst performances I've seen of her. And I can only blame that on the directing, because it's not her fucking fault.
Right, of course.
It's always the director's fault.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. I can agree with that.
So, sorry, Luca, but wrong again. Also, your editor needs to be fired. Stop hiring him. He sucks. He fucking sucks. He ruined the Call Me By Your Name movie with editing, and then they ruined this one again. And then you see everything that's going on behind the scenes right in front of your fucking face, so you can't have any of the mystery of who's a witch, what's going on, what's this occult thing. You don't care because you already know. So it's just like, okay, we're retreading a story that's been told before, better, with better shots. Oh my gosh, that one shot. There's a shot that they did a zoom shot, and it was the most awkward shit I've ever seen. And then they awkwardly got out of it. And I'm like, no, that's not how you do it, boo. And then you only do it once. You at least do it 3 times to make it a style. Thank you very much. You don't just do it once. That looks like a mistake, yo. I'm just saying.
Guerrilla filmmaking at its core.
I know this. And also another deep cut Dario Argento classic is Deep Red. Watch that. You'll have a cinemorgasm.
That's a very good movie.
So good.
Let me ask you this: the new version of Suspiria, did it at least have Goblin doing the soundtrack, doing the composition? No, not even that.
It had Tom York.
What?
It didn't make any fucking sense.
Tom York from Radiohead?
These fucking songs did not go with this movie at all in any way, shape, or form. He was getting a paycheck. I don't blame him. Get your money. I don't mind. But the director and the people behind the scenes should have known what would work with this and what would not. And that fucking shit does not work.
Maybe he's trying to capture the 90s audience, that young crowd that are now grown up.
Also, this takes place in 1977, I believe. And I know that because it's all about, in the background, almost every scene, they have like the radio on or the TV on talking about the Lufthansa hijacking with the Palestinian front and the Russians, whatever. Anyway, Germans. Hello, German. It's Germany. Anyway, they have that throughout the whole thing. And I'm like, what is this? Some kind of weird kind of propaganda that they're just throwing that in there just for no reason. They never mention it. Mm-hmm. It never becomes part of the story. Mm-hmm. It's just there to show what time it is. Because you wouldn't know that from anything else because it's all dreary and horrible and not very well defined as an era.
Right.
So you don't know it's 1977 until you know that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that intro. I was like so excited. I was like, oh, is this going to be as good as the airport scene in the first one? No, it's not. Shit. They're going straight to the fucking thing. Ugh, I can't.
Wow. I thought it sounded like an artistic film, but they went straight to the story, I guess.
They went straight to the freaking place, and then you see the characters, and you don't get any of that creepy vibe from the first one where you see different people, like the piano guy, and he's all fucking creepy. No, there's nobody like that. They're just all evil, horrible people, and you know it from the beginning, and they're all the same.
Maybe they thought that the audience today are kind of dumb, and they made it easier for them to...
Even so, you made I Am Love. That ain't for dumb people.
Okay.
That ain't for dumb people. I'm sorry.
I gotta stop talking.
Tilda was in that.
I haven't seen yet.
Yeah. And Call Me By Your Name was kind of dumb, but mostly was trying for something. Like, I mean, I guess if I had to like one or the other, I would say that Call Me By Your Name is better, but not better than anything else I've ever seen at all. And people got way too excited about it, and I hate hearing about it all the time. Because, okay, in the same fucking year that came out, another actually really great story about romance came out, and it was called God's Own Country, and it was brilliant. Had great acting from these relative unknowns, and it's so cute. And there's a little lamb in it, and it's the cutest fucking character. And I'm like, oh, that little lamb is it's representing their love and everything, but it's also like its own thing, and it's beauty, and it's just like purity. And it was just such a beautiful film. I will recommend that film over anything else that came out last year. In terms of, okay, if you want to see a gay film, see God's Own Country. I got some gay films for you. Moonlight is better than Call Me By Your Name. Don't at me. And then... and then another gay film is Boys, really great, or Young'uns from the Netherlands. And then one of my favorites, Free Fall, which is a German film, and will hopefully be getting a sequel at some point, according to Kickstarter, once that script gets done. Hopefully that'll happen. And one of the guys from that is from Sense8. He went on to do Sense8 as Wolfgang, which did not get a great proper ending, but whatever. That was also a great gay show. Mm-hmm. An inclusive show that was about unifying people instead of dividing people. So of course it got canceled. That's what happens.
You corporate mongers.
Yeah. So those are my recommendations. Anything besides the Call Me By... Also, I never got that Call Me By... They should have made that more clear in the movie if it was clear in the book. I don't know. I haven't read the book. So, and the peach shit is disgusting, and I cannot get on board with that. I'm sorry.
Did you see... What did you say?
The peach thing.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to know. If you don't know, you don't want to know. Just think American Pie, but it's actually supposed to be high art.
I might watch that movie just to see what that is. The reference.
No.
No. Okay. Should I be eating a peach?
It's not worth it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Also, like, this is a thing, what I mean about the editing, to be specific about the editing in this particular film, in that particular film, is that instead of shooting things in a normal way in a movie, it's very shot by shot. Mm. And it's so focused on shot by shot that you kind of lose the story, and you're like, okay, what did that mean? Did that mean anything? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, we're moving on. All right, cool. And then it's like, okay, this is another thing that doesn't mean anything. Why am I here? Why am I here? If everything doesn't mean anything, why am I here? So it kind of, there's no cohesion, and it's just one thing. And I counted like the scenes when I watched it on DVD to vote for the SAG Awards last year, the Call Me By Your Name. I counted the amount of seconds of each scene. I'm like, damn, these are not real scenes. These are just shots that you do, and you're doing like one line or some shit, and then it's moving on. Okay, whatever. That's the way of directing, I guess, and editing. But, it really pissed me off. And, I know that he might be a friend of yours, Luca, but, like, still, like, talent matters.
Yeah.
Matters. Also, I want to say that to Dakota Johnson. Talent matters. Work harder, honey. No offense. I did like her dancing.
Oh, okay.
So it was weird.
Oh, wow.
Different.
Seems...
the death sucked.
Compared to what?
The death scenes, by the way, sucked in comparison to the original. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. It was just, awkward and, when are they going to die? Oh, they're not going to die? Okay. So we're just not going to kill anybody in this fucking thing and just torture everyone. Cool.
Was it a dagger through this way and just went underneath the arm to make it look like they were killed? Is that the killing scenes they were having? No.
It was the creativity wasn't there.
Oh.
And they thought they were creative, and it was embarrassing for everyone involved. And I'm like, this isn't creative. I've seen a shitload of movies. I could do this. Like this. Also, I know the tricks that are happening here, so that's not really helpful. And then also later on, we see the freaking people. Not to give anything away, but people don't die in this shit. So they're just being tortured. Is that like a metaphor for the U.S. government? I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know, Luca.
Whoa.
You tell me. You tell me, Luca. And that's how I feel about that film. That took up like 15 minutes. But I felt a certain way, and I had to let it off my chest.
Torture,
so please don't watch it.
Torture seems
I do not recommend.
More effective than instant death. Maybe. I don't know.
It was sloppy as fuck. Oh my gosh, that one character. I just remember that one character. That character at the end. You'll know when you guys see it. That character at the end. Those prosthetics. No. No. Where are we? 1987? No. No, we're in 1977. But yeah, you know what I mean.
In other words, what Ellie is really telling you is, or Elle is really telling you is, don't watch the new one. Just go ahead and watch the original version.
Rewatch it, but don't pay for it. I don't recommend paying for it because fuck that guy. I don't care if he's her father. When your daughter does something like that, you don't let it go. You maybe say something like, "Oh, that was bad." You don't blame other people. But
yeah.
That's all. Yeah. That's how I feel about that. And who knows what he did? I don't know what he did when to make her. People don't just be that way, you know. So it's an environment that creates that behavior.
I used to think that because when I found out when I saw his films, Argento's films first, and then I didn't realize that his daughter was an actress, and when I saw her earlier films, and her earlier films before she did American films when she was a kid, and she did nudity, I always thought in my head, because I was in college at the time, I thought like, well, maybe they're very free-thinking, kindred artists, free from I mean, they're artistes in the European sense. Or I thought that. I figured like, well, if that's the sense, the thinking, and if that's the way it is, I assume that that's how it is, not just in Europe, but in their world of artistry, and I accepted it as an acceptance. These days, I'm not quite sure now, but it's one of those, and I touched on this the last time I was here, is for me to separate artistry from reality, and in the sense of their art versus how their art was inspired. I'm like, oh my god, that's a different topic right there that I have to I have to either address for myself on my own or confront it on my own, and I still haven't really, not 100%.
Well, I feel like a way to navigate your way through that kind of mental gymnastics is to think like everybody's human.
Yeah. And
everybody has their issues. And issues are created by other humans.
Sure.
Against other humans. And people hurt. Like, it's the saying, like, hurt people. Like, it actually is true. It's a cycle of abuse. If you are exposed to an environment where things are considered okay, and you don't know any better, then you are likely to exhibit that behavior yourself.
Because you wonder, like, for example, last year I finally saw the full version. I've always been curious to watch this. I always felt like if I watched it at a certain, whatever age I was at, if I watched it, I heard about it when I was a child, but I had no access to it. But if I had access to it, I'm pretty sure my parents will not let me watch it. In college, when I was going to film school, I had an opportunity to see it, but at that time I was thinking like, well, I would feel creepy, or not creepy, I feel wrong to watch it. I saw it 2 years ago on YouTube. I hate watching movies on YouTube, you darn pirates. Anyway.
Also YouTube sucks.
Yeah. I saw Pretty
Google.
Baby. And I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm not sure I saw the original version or not, but I saw the scenes there, and I'm like, what? And then I did the research, like, oh, she was underage. So who said yes to this? I'm wondering, like, was it for the sake of art? Because if you're gonna say that, then that kind of kills anybody's
it's a
anarchy.
Great go-to, right? Like, oh, it's art, everything.
Right.
Pedophilia is art. Like,
I'm not saying that. I mean,
no. I'm saying in general, like
you
could go that far and say like murder's art, whatever.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want to be art could be art.
Right.
Pornographic images could be art.
Sure.
Compared to other
art in galleries, you see a lot of that, right?
That brings me to a thing like pornography. So people don't really know it until they see it. That's how I feel about. I don't know. We're not going too far into this,
right.
But like
yes.
hate speech, the thing that people want to bring up so much now. Is okay, define it. Let me hear you. Tell me what hate speech is. Because you can't. Because you can't tell me what pornography is, and you can't tell me what hate speech is. Because your kind of hate speech is not the same hate speech as somebody else's kind of hate speech. You're not offended by the same shit as this person's offended by, and this person is offended by something completely different than what you're offended by. So it all just kind of becomes a non-argument.
Sure.
So you always cancel out your argument when you say, oh, this is porn, or this is hate speech, or this is wrong, this is right. There is no wrong or right. There's only truth and fiction. There's only like...
Well, but then again, artists will say that, like, it's truth. They will make these films because it's based on truth, like whatever happened, that kind of thing. So like,
but Pretty Baby, like, come on. Also, Susan Sarandon, what the fuck, dude? Like, why though? Why? Why? I always, every time I see her on Twitter, I'm just like, Pretty Baby though. Why? Why? Apologize or something. I don't know. Yeah. You know, the director, apologize. Let me find that fucking director. We gotta let's shout out that director. Yeah. A disgusting. Well, we'll call it like a. What is it called? When you shout out something, but what is it? Never mind. You know.
Shout out.
A humiliation shout out.
All right.
To humiliate that person. Who's probably a man. Just saying. Probably.
Flame?
I think it's a man. Louis Malle.
Oh. He's very good. He's a very good director.
French nobleman who made a fortune in beet sugar during
somewhere.
The Napoleonic Wars. Created films that explored life and its meaning. Yeah, like this. So, yeah. Okay.
I mean...
Broke taboos against
there you go.
On-screen eroticism, you know?
But I've seen his later films that didn't even do that. Didn't hit those things, so...
Oh, there's Brooke Shields. He also made films on the other side of the Atlantic, starting with Pretty Baby, 1978. See, we're going in order now. We're going from 1977 to 1978.
Welcome to the 70s.
Now we're going to do 79. Where's Deep Throat? I don't remember. The film that made Brooke Shields an international superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the wrong reasons. The actress who played a supporting role in the film was given a starring role in his next American film,
sure
Atlantic
her
City.
parents said yes to this.
That promising actress was Susan Sarandon, so she got something out of it. So, good for you, Susan Sarandon.
I'm just
But Brooke Shields is good. She's one of the normal-ish ones.
Her and Jodie Foster, during that time period, they were playing almost adult children?
Yeah.
Teens? Like,
that's a thing that's been going on in Hollywood since so long. Since the studio system, since maybe before the studio system, there's been exploitation of children. And that's a thing that I don't like also. This word, or the phrase, child pornography, really pisses me off because nobody who's being exploited at that age has asked for that. They don't ask permission to do these sexual images and stuff. So it's not pornography, because pornography implies consent, because they don't consent to it. So I refer to it as child exploitation.
Okay.
Or sexual exploitation of children.
Okay.
I think that's a better way to describe it. But hey, what do I know? I just like things to be correct. And I would like the sexual exploitation of children to end, but as long as it's like going on throughout the Catholic Church and governmental institutions, then it's just going to continue, and there's so much human trafficking going on. So, that's going to be represented in media and in film, but it's sad that in order to represent that correctly, you would have to exploit children to do so. It's a conundrum.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it personally as a director. I've worked with a child before as an actor. He was also a producer and director, and had more credits than I did. But whatever.
Scott Baio?
No. But, I worked with him, and I treated him well, and his mother was there, and everything was all kosher. And it was close to that. So, like, I'm speaking from experience a little bit because my subject matter in my film was very mature for his age. He was like 11, and he was playing a young character who ends up being a sort of a sexual predator. Sort of. You could look at him like that, because he almost becomes something that he doesn't want to become. But that's the point of the film, is to highlight, what can happen, like the mental, the flashback, and the drama within that person's mind that would make them think that this was a way. And I didn't really tackle it the best way, and I won't even lie about that, but I try my best. See, if I go gritty, I try to go truthfully gritty as much as possible. I probably did not do, I definitely didn't do enough research on the subject, but I did my best to respect what it would be, and respect the actors in the scene as well. When it came to filming the scene where something's about to happen but doesn't, thankfully, and then an angel comes in, saves the day, and is all possible because of belief. And it's a spiritual film, but it's not a religious film, but it's spiritual. It's also kind of inspired by Quentin Tarantino's movies. So that didn't really go my way eventually, but she's like a Pam Grier kind of character angel. So it's like a badass angel. So I like that aspect of it, and how she protects the girl but also protects the guy, but that's not the point. But she's meaning to protect the girl, but in the end she also protects him, and his soul remains intact, which is the whole point of the film. It's called Some Help from Above. I'm not trying to like promote it or anything, because nobody cares.
Where can we see this film?
It's on YouTube. It's from way back in the day, but like I'm not promoting it at all. I'm just saying, no, I really am not.
Okay. I'm
saying that I have some experience directing these kinds of films, and it was always on my mind, like, what should I do, what should I not do? I'm not going to go there, I'm not going to go here. So I was very careful not to give too much of a glamorization of any kind of behavior. That's always something you have to be careful about, or exploiting the actor playing the character or anything. And he felt very comfortable, and if he didn't, he would have told me, and his mother would have told me. But it was all. I didn't do very well in the flashback scenes because I had DVDs in the background, and it was supposed to be the 80s. Whatever.
DVDs in the 80s? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that didn't
DVDs
work out,
in the 80s?
but whatever. I don't know.
I
tried. But I did, I thought about it, and it was kind of broad, but it was me trying. And every time I make a movie, there's a message in it, silly as that is. But I try to bring about some kind of conversation with my work. It's not all about, like, obviously it's not commercial because nobody's making any money, but I'm always thinking about, what do I want to say here? What is the purpose of what I'm doing? If I don't have a purpose to what I'm doing, other than like getting money or whatever, then there's no point in doing it.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that. And I think you feel probably that way too, even if it's something satirical or something, you're making a point, right?
I mean, if I do any projects, I will. I mean, if I write or direct any films or short films, it'll always have some kind of message to it.
Yeah.
Whether it's drama or comedy, but people would always say, like, why can't you do that often? Like, because I don't have a story or a passion or a message to say all the time. It's whatever is happening at that moment that I feel heavily about or against, then I will put out there in terms of film. I think film speaks a lot louder than me saying it to other people. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, in terms of directing, like, there are so many directors who are constantly working. But I respect the kind that take time on every project that they do, and they want it to be the best that they can, the best that it can be, and they don't work as often. But when they do bring out something, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see this, because it's not going to be another sequel and shit. Like, this auteur director is back, you know? Like, it's really cool.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I wish there were more auteur female directors.
There are.
Wish there were more.
Yeah. I mean, I wish the ones I know of have a break. Have not discovered, but at least have that opportunity to do it on a bigger platform.
I mean, that's the one good thing about the identity politics of Hollywood, that the diversity, the forced diversity sort of thing, sort of thinking, is that it is shining a light on women. I hate to say it, but like women who direct, who normally, I mean, if they get a job out of it, then great. But also the thing is, they should be treated the same. That's what we need, is equality. Not just opportunities for people, but the same opportunities. So if somebody makes a small movie and it does really well on the short film, competitions, in the competitions and everything, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what they make on the big screen with the feature. Then give the women the same opportunity that you give someone who made a small film and then ends up in a fucking blockbuster film. Not that I'm saying but that's the thing, is I don't want both of them to be confined to this genre of comic book movies or whatever the hell it's going to be.
Right.
That's the thing. So that's what is happening now. It's like, okay, great, women are getting opportunities and they're getting to direct, but they're getting to direct shit. Sorry, but some of it's shit. And it's not good shit. It's just shit that sells. I mean, and I'm not going to put anyone on blast or anything, right. But that's what's happening, and that's the opposite of what we need.
I also think that it's the opposite side, because corporate media, for example, Marvel, for them to hire a female Asian director to direct one of their projects. I mean, I think probably they did that. I like to think that they only hired her maybe because they like a film that she directed prior. I don't want to think that they hired her because she's Asian and female because they want to fill a quota.
I think they do.
Inclusion. I hope they don't do it that way. And I'm beginning to see that lately. Her and another one. Her last name is Zhao. Zhao. Her last name. She was an actress in one film this year, but now she's directing another one. Well, I didn't even know she was a director for another feature. So that's happening, and I'm happy.
But then we're letting corporations. That's the thing about it.
Trends.
Is that now it's become such an assembly line thing that now the creativity that these people have, they have such creativity. Like these people who do the Marvel films, they started out so creative and so innovative, and now they're stuck in these ruts, in my opinion. Maybe they don't feel that way, but I feel that way. As a viewer of this schlock, it just feels like, there's so much more they could be doing, and now they're corporate. Now they're corporate, but they're ruled by the corporations. So the corporations are having control over the movie industry in such a way that we need kind of a new wave of cinema, like a new movement in cinema, like, something independent coming out and being really big. And that's what we need, I think. We need new ideas. We need new people. We need people who have been not given enough chances, who end up on Netflix directing, because straight up, they're women. Like, there's no other reason for one person to do one bad film or a badly received film, and then they end up in the bargain bin, or they end up in Netflix which is great, I guess, for them. Like, it's a lot of money, but it's not the same creative process. And then, meanwhile, on the other side of things, this dude does the same exact thing, has the same exact career path, and then they end up directing a huge film. I'm not looking at you, Zack Snyder, but I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you. I'm not looking at you. But I'm thinking of Zack Snyder, and I'm thinking of who else am I thinking of who did a shit film and got rewarded for it. I can't think of their names. They all kind of blur together after a while. But obviously not Joss Whedon, and obviously not James Gunn, because they proved themselves before they did their movies. Mm-hmm. But certain people will get into that, like Zack Snyder, will be given multiple opportunities. Or Bryan Singer. I'll just say that. Bryan Singer. Fucking get fired off a fucking film and then immediately get allegations against him yet again for his behavior off set. And immediately is like, okay, sign this $10 million deal to direct Red Sonja, this feminist comic book movie.
Oh, no.
That's a great idea, guys. Wonderful. Thank you, Hollywood. You're so smart. Again, this is why people don't take Hollywood seriously. This is where we're losing people, because of shit like this. We got to get the riffraff out. That's what we need to do. So, wrapping things up, I mean, I think we can both agree that it should be based on the content of our character, that we get jobs in any industry. And, if the thing is, if it ends up being a whole black cast or a whole Asian cast or a whole white cast, there's going to be people looking at that and be like, oh, wait, why aren't there these kind of people? Why? And that's what we need to be striving to go away from, like that kind of mentality. Like you're watching something, but you're thinking about, oh, this color and this color isn't represented. So there's the other side of things. Like it's the one side is like, oh yeah, I want to be represented. But then if they're all represented, whoever they are, right, then what about the other people? And it's just like, and then sometimes it doesn't make sense. Because like there was like Lost in Space, right? Yeah. And sometimes it just doesn't make sense. But they just change the story and they make it serve the interest of the audience who want that representation. And then it's like you've changed the story to suit. Oh, and the first time that they did that was in not the first time probably, but the Fantastic Four. Yeah. The other remake. Guys, stop with the Fantastic Four. We're done, right?
They are making another Fantastic Four.
Fucking.
But
I can't.
They're saying like we're gonna do this right this time.
Oh sure. Anyway, that one that was really the worst, even worse than the one with Jessica Alba. That one changed them to like adopted brother and sister.
Jessica
right?
Alba? So she played.
No. The newer one, the one with Michael Jordan. Okay. Michael. Is it Michael B. Jordan? I think. Okay. And the other people. Is Chiklis in that one? I don't fucking know. He's in the other one. I don't know. See, I don't even know. I don't know who else is in it. Michael B. Jordan. He was the one who was like, what? Everybody was like, what? But, it didn't make sense. So it's like you changed, and you can change a story in the comic book universe, obviously, anytime you want.
Did they change the story because they're not
the same color?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're not the same color, so they changed them to like adopted or whatever.
That makes sense, I guess.
But it was still kind of like you could have avoided that.
Look, like, I'm already having problems as it is with DC released the new artwork for Aquaman, and you see the lead actor playing Aquaman. What's his name? I don't forget his name.
Jason Momoa. I met him. He's nice.
With his face on top of Aquaman's Super Friends costume with the orange and the green. I'm like, oh, this can get used to. I'm going to have a hard time getting used to this.
I'm never going to watch that movie. Like, I have no interest. I'm more interested in watching the one from Entourage, which was one of the worst sets to work on, according to a lot of people in central casting. But like,
a lot of ego.
The one that they did, Aquaman, Me Too shit. Aquaman. Aquaman in that universe would make more sense than this one.
Oh my goodness.
Like, come on.
Yeah, the Aquaman in the movie seems like Disney film, I guess. I'm not sure the trailer was.
That's not Aquaman.
I know.
Whatever, though. You do you, Hollywood, but
I'm hoping
don't tell other people to do.
But I'm hoping, like you said earlier, like hopefully there's not Crazy Rich Asians, just all Asians, and Black Panther being all Black Panther. How come the other ethnicities of that major category weren't representative? In time, I hope maybe they will come up the ranks at some point and be represented and stuff like
also,
that.
I'd like to see a Native American movie that's not just about people getting drunk all the time and
or be a sidekick to a masked man
on the reservation all the time, and just those insular issues that aren't as relatable as other issues. Like, there's a really good movie. There's also a gay movie that I can recommend. Big Eden. Big Eden is a really good movie about it's a love story. One of them's Native American, and then the other one's not.
Oh,
he's white.
Oh, must I watch this? It seems...
You don't have to watch it. I'm not telling you to.
It's the guy. Forget it. I'm going to.
No, it's not even about. It's not about stereotypes or anything like that. It's in a small town and everything. And one of them's, I think he's an author or something. He's coming back to his town or some shit. And then it's just how. They do kind of make him like the cutest, sweetest guy, which is an alternative stereotype, but. Still, it's like, no, I'm talking about the Native American guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh, the Native American guy.
He's the sweetest fucking guy.
And the female is white.
No, it's not a female, it's a guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Remember, it's gay.
Yeah, you're right.
Let me look it up.
Listening more.
I want to do it.
I'm going to check it out then.
It's from the year 2000.
Okay.
Eric Schweig was the guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was the character who has a name, and his name is Pike. And he's still around. He's really cool. He's just the most lovable character in the film. He's the heart of the film, his character. So, I mean, what they say here is Big Eden is a small fictional northwestern Montana town. That's all it says. Cool. It's not about, like...
anything.
It's not like, this guy meets this Native American. Like, it doesn't say that in the, in the synopsis, and that's not what it's about. But, it's an auteur director, Thomas Basucha, so he did a great job. Tim DeKay's in it. He's good. Eric Gross stars in it. I'm just going to promote this film, sure. It's really good. I really liked it. And the straight characters are very nice and welcoming, and nobody's a total dickhead. Good. And it's just a nice family. It's kind of like Northern Exposure or some shit.
Okay.
But it's like... There's some plot in there, but it's relatable. It's all small towny, and it's just a nice love story. And it's not based on like this guy's this. It's actually based more on. Now that I think about it, Eric Schweig's character Pike has his own internal, not issues. I don't want to say that, but like he's got to work through some things. So he's working through being social and stuff. So he's kind of. The one who has to work the hardest in the film, but he's so lovable in it, and everybody just and he can cook. There's a great scene of him baking a pie or whatever. It's really great. Really recommend that. It's a family film. It's totally normal.
Okay.
Nothing crazy happens. No bombs or nothing.
Okay.
Just a fun family film from 2000 that also makes you think and makes you appreciate people. And it's very unifying. I really like that about it. So, all right, we're going to wrap it up and see where you're headed in your career. No pressure.
Well, I have one little
What's happening with you?
I just lost my agent.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 15 years with her.
Shit.
And it's not because of me at all. She just cut her roster by more than a half because she's kind of suffering health issues this past year, and her mother died of cancer like a few years ago. So I feel bad about that, and me losing an agent, I'm not really feeling bad about that because it's a different situation. So I'm currently unrepresented right now, and I'm currently looking for an agent or a manager. I never had a manager before. Hey, hello.
Why not?
Asian Filipino guy, pick him up. It's a in thing right now.
Filipinos are having a moment. It's really great.
It's a big moment.
And the culture, like, is getting out there. Like, people are learning things about the food and everything, which is cool.
Yeah.
And that all started, like, with Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and everything, like, on TV, you know.
Yeah. I like to think it started way before that.
I mean, it didn't start all the way. No, I mean, like, the trend this time.
Yeah, the recent trend.
I
would
kind of
credit
started
Crazy
with that.
Ex-Girlfriend for that.
Yeah.
Because it put them on higher stage TV and then film it.
Yeah.
There's a great movie out right now. A friend of mine named Charlene de Guzman. She's Filipina American. She has a film called Unlovable, which is showing in select theaters around the nation in digital HD VOD.
Support indie cinema.
Support Filipinos if you want, like a Filipino, if you have a friend. But more about me. I have not a new film, more or less. It's like don't even ask, but it's a Samurai Cop 2 per se. But it's called Revenge of the Samurai Cop. It has more scenes of Tommy Wiseau in it, and it's on Amazon Prime. You can also pick it up on DVD and Blu-ray as well at Amazon. So you can get yourself a Blu-ray of Tommy Wiseau, crazy all over the place. And then
That's a good director.
And I have a new, I have a short
Luca,
film.
take note.
I have a short film that's playing in different film festivals right now called No Regrets. Filipino filmmakers, myself in it, the talent as well. No Regrets film festivals everywhere. And other than that, you can probably find me on Twitter, at Edwin _ Santos, and you can also find me on Instagram, and that's the same thing but with dots without the underscore. So
we're gonna put it in the.
Yeah, I'll put it up there.
I'll put it in the description. It's gonna be fine. And I'm at Elle Latham on Twitter and aka Elle Latham on YouTube's. And I'm not on Instagram anymore, but I was on there with a cat that I lived with, and I put the cat up there, and I would just like
Where's the cat?
take pictures of it. It doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, man.
It left when the roommate left.
Oh man.
That's what happens when you don't own the cat.
So you're gonna change your logo?
No.
Like the logo.
That's not a cat. That's a bunny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
They all look the
Jezebel.
same. Sorry.
She's over there.
Where's the bunny now? Oh, there she is.
She doesn't live here anymore.
Oh,
She left here a long time ago.
That's
She
what-
used to poop in the cage right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she pooped in my couch over here, and that's why I don't have a couch anymore. Fun story.
Time to change the logo.
No, it isn't because bed bugs, but like whatever. That's why I don't have a couch. But anyway, man, I had to move that couch out by myself. It was a big moment for me after the accident. So I had to do it by myself, and I did it, and I was like, yay.
Was there any pivoting?
There was a lot of pivoting. There's always a lot of pivoting. Every time I'm moving something with someone, I say, pivot! Classic. Anyway, yeah, so on Twitter, I'm thinking about, because like I just saw in my recommended videos, and I'm very persuadable by YouTube, that this dude, he said he was off of social media for 30 days. And I'm like, ooh, that sounds like fun. Like, can you imagine how much different your life would be in those 30 days? So I'm thinking about doing that, but I'd have to like plan it out and everything.
When nothing's happening in the world.
Well, not really, but like just see when is the best time for me to do that. But I'm hoping I can do that pretty soon. That would be really cool. Maybe I could do like a whole month of December. Ooh. I'll do it in December. You heard it here first.
The 12 days of Christmas.
Throughout December, I'm not going to be on social media. I will only be on YouTube because I still need to keep some contact with humanity. My gosh. And the comment section is beautiful and wonderful. And I love all the conversations that happen. I've learned a lot from comment sections on YouTube. I've gotten like information that I wouldn't get anywhere else. And then people like copy and paste. I'm like, thank you for copy and pasting that, because like now I can go look this up. So thank you, YouTube comment section and BitChute for existing, and DTube for existing, and giving some kind of competition to Google, which can go fuck itself. I said it. They don't pay me anything. They never paid me anything, so fuck them anyway. But thanks for the platform, I guess, even though you will immediately take it from anyone whom you see fit to do so. No matter what the rules are. So you do you, Google, and keep up with that sexual, misconduct thing that's going on. Thanks so much for that, for your contribution to the Me Too movement. Good job. And that's about that. I think I've spilt enough tea for the day. Thank you. Thank you to my guest, Edwin A Santos.
Thank
Always
you for
great
inviting
to
me
have
here.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
We try to keep it as light as possible and as short as possible. So thank you again, guys, and you have a wonderful rest of the November. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, shit.